All right, hello again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, welcoming you back to the Rankin Technical College Summer Academy for Website Design. And we've been building this very simple first website. And we now have our 3 pages. So we've got our home page, we've got our about page, and we've got our contact page. And before we start to add our CSS code to that, I'm going to come in here and fix this up just a little bit. All right, and what I mean is this. I'm going to assume that every field that's in this on this form is what's called a required field. So I'm just going to type in there required. But you have to spell it right. All right. So I'm going to add that to every field. There. Well, that worked really badly. So that's now required. That's required. 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 We won't make our text area required for comments. And buttons you don't make required. But how did that change? Well, notice now when I run this, now when I click send, it comes back and it says, please fill out this field. So if I fill in the next, please fill out this field. So these fields are now required. And you'll notice that I get it for this one. But I don't have it for that one because I didn't require it. So that's first thing. All right, let's just look at each one of these fields. Well, let's see. Let's suppose that the biggest first name we'd have would be 25 characters. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say max length, I think this is the right name, equal 25. Save that. Now I'm going to start typing in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I can't type anymore. Just to show you it, let's make it 20 so it's easier for you to see what's going on there. So I'll make it 20. All right. And I'm going to hit this button right here that kind of looks like an arrow that reloads the page. Now notice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But now if I keep typing, that's the maximum size. Okay? All right, so I said max length is 20. Let's do the same thing for the last name. Let's do the same thing for the address, but the address would probably be bigger, so we'll make that 50. The city, let's make it 25. The state, let's assume that they're going to enter in a state code. So we'll make that max length just 2. All right, the zip code, we're going to give that a max length of 10, and you'll see why in just a minute. The email, some emails are pretty big, so we'll make that 75. All right. Again, all I'm doing is fixing this up a little bit. All right. Now, what I'm going to put in next, you might think is a little bit more than you actually put in, but I'm just trying to show you a few things. So I'm going to say here placeholder equal first name here. Okay. In fact, I'm going to change a bunch of these. This will say last name here. Address here. City here. And I only have 2, well, I can say state here, that's fine. State here. zip code here. Email address. I think I can still use, in this kind of field, I think I can still use a placeholder here. So that'll say comments here. Now it's going to look kind of ugly when I run this, but I just wanted you to see this. So notice they all have placeholders in them now. And I guess it didn't work for this. But as soon as I put my mouse in here and I start to type, where it says first name here, it goes away. And it's a placeholder. So if I click send, I still get that error message because it's not my text that's in there. All right, couple more things that I'd like to fix up on this before we go and put in our CSS. All right. First name is probably pretty good the way it is. Last name probably address, city, state. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Zip code, not pretty good. Okay. I'm going to put in here pattern equal, and I'm going to put in, I don't remember what the pattern is, so as always, I like to just go out to the internet and find that pattern for me. So I'm going to go out to HTML5 pattern.com. Add this to our list. There it is. All right, and I'm going to look in here for postal codes, which is a zip code. And here's the American one. Oh, I like that. So I'm going to grab that. Oops, I'm going to try to grab that. Copy it to the clipboard. And I'm going to put it right here inside of double quotes. So what does this mean? It looks pretty ugly. This means digits. So this says I want 5 digits, then the parentheses means this is optional. So I can have either 5 digits and be done, or I can have 5 digits followed by a hyphen, followed by 4 digits. And that's the pattern that you typically want for a zip code, okay? One more thing I want to do, and then we're done and ready to start putting in our CSS. And that is, well, first of all, I don't need this placeholder because that didn't work. So we'll just get rid of that. But for the email, I said type equal text. Now I'm going to put in here type equals email. All right, so that's the change I've made. So let's run this. We'll put in some garbage stuff here. Notice all I can put in is 2 characters for the state. Now look at zip code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to purposely make it wrong. 6. All right, and the email address 1, 2, 3. Comes back and it says, please match the requested format. Notice if I make it 5, it worked. Or if I make it like that, it works. Now it's telling us I've got an incorrect email address. So I can say hello at goodbye.com and click send, and sure enough, everything's cool. All right, so right now we are done. We've got our home page, our about page, and our contact page. They don't look like much, but they are now finished. Okay, so what it's time to do next is to come in and add what's called cascading style sheets. All right, so we'll be back to do that in just a couple moments.